Let's move it with our agenda. I believe we have public comment. I don't think anybody signed up to speak today, other than those two gentlemen. We're very lucky to have, in the spirit of the season, Mr. Bellamino and Mr. Zimmerman.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for allowing us to speak. And just to make sure, because it's been a little different a few times, it's 2 minutes or 3 minutes?
You know, we're moved. We are very moved. We'd like to hear you for 3 minutes.
Wow, that's very gracious, and I'm shocked. You know, it's good.
Progress, a huge progress for 4 years.
There's a problem that we've had where, you know, citizens come in, the room will be empty, your agenda is very short, not yours in this committee, but, you know, you give 2 minutes, and then citizens ask for more time, and you say no, and it's just an arbitrary use of power. There is no reason why you couldn't say yes. And that's the shocking thing that StandUP-America keeps butting heads against again and again and again, is that why do you use arbitrary decisions? Like, it could be extended. Why do we not allow people 3 minutes to speak? So I would like to thank you for allowing us to speak. So, by Constitution, everyone should be allowed to speak. And, sorry, Alex whispered that in my ear. So, hold on. This is, the thing I want to talk about is how this committee is structured. You have more votes per King County people than you do for Suburban City Association, City of Seattle. You have a stronger power voting. So, I don't get why there's so much power consolidated at King County level. Why is that not that? Why? I think Seattle actually has more power than the suburban cities. I'm not sure. Is that true?
We're not getting into a dialogue. We're just going to listen.
Okay. Well, why I asked that, and I'd appreciate if you answered me, because that's what this should be for, is a citizen dialogue, a Q&A. Now, every council and every city in King County should be required to have a Q&A where citizens can ask these important questions and then receive an answer back. So it's not this one-way road that we have. It doesn't make sense. You're not some superpower. You're not some dirty superpower that the citizens can't touch. You're citizens within the community that you serve. So we should have this citizen dialogue. So if you have more voting power than the suburban cities, why? They're being affected just as equally as King County. You have 200,000 people or somewhere about, 250,000 people that you oversee, while the cities take up the majority of the 2 million people. So you're overseeing the same amount, a third of what Seattle's seeing, but yet you have more power than they do. It doesn't make any sense why your voting power is so much stronger. And this use of force, basically, to exert over all of King County when cities have formed so citizens can have an equal voice, and yet you still exert more power over it. And this needs to be re-examined, because King County shouldn't have all this power. But since you have all this power, and this is a regional committee, you should make it a regional policy that once a quarter, every elected official, no matter what your position, the prosecutor of King County, judges, council, the King County executive, be required to speak to their constituents once a quarter. And not just speak, but hear what they have to say and respond back to it. Because this political game we're playing, where if you don't like me, get me out in 4 years, it's just a dictatorship then. We're not electing you just to represent us. We're electing you to represent our ideas, our thoughts, and our passion. If you remove yourself once elected and you're not a part of that dialogue anymore, and you're just sitting here passing legislation, you're a dictator. And that's what America was founded on. We caught a virus 200 years ago. It's called freedom. And we've lost that slowly. It's been medicated through our televisions, through our council members. We need to have more. Am I over? Okay, I was just seeing you checking, so I wanted to make sure I didn't go over. I don't want to violate any of your rules. So the point being is that we want our freedom back, we want the dialogue back, we want our First Amendment right back, redress a grievance, we want our freedom of speech, and we want you to stand up and be a powerful leader. One of you has to be the thing going against the grain. Because right now, since 2008, we have collapsed, and everyone says we're out of it, but the participation rate in employment is only 63% nationwide. The unemployment numbers go down because less people are looking for work. And everyone's wages have gone down. It went from 30% part-time, 70% full-time, to 70% part-time to 30% full-time. Everything's changing around. Everything's shifting, and people are hurting. And yet we continue the same pattern. There's fundamental problems that need to be addressed and changed. But we're not changing any of these fundamental things. We pass more policies, and we're not having any dialogue about why those policies are being passed, and then we're not changing the pattern in which they're passed. So someone please stand up. You're all elected bodies. Someone needs to stand up and start crying out for us and say, I'm sorry to go over because you did give me extra time. Stand up and say we've done something wrong. Because you give a lot of meetings saying what you've done right, but no one stood up and said we've done something wrong.
We
Thank
need
you.
changes, guy. Real changes. What is we don't see for many years. For 30 years, what is I not? 25. My name Alex Zimmerman and I represent StandUP-America. Guys, I'm sorry, but you exactly what is we talking for a long time right now. Many times, 100 times probably. Maybe more. Guys, you acting like a organized family, like a criminal government family. King country government very unique. You don't have a knowledge in no one city, no Seattle. So we have 2 million people, we have 9 consul, executive, judges, sheriff, prosecutor, who never report to people like supposed to be. From common sense, from common business experience, you know what it means. Like all businesses doing around, you supposed to be report your job, what is you did for every quarter. It's nothing unusual. Everybody doing this around all world. You only one exception. You have this dirty superpower, what is you keep in your package. It's give you totally control. It's give you totally corruption. In absolutely power come to absolutely corruption. But you not have right now corruption gone in 2008. We have a crime right now. It's a pure criminal situation. What is King country doing this? You are consul who, as employee, we elect you for represent us. You supposed to be report to us every time what is we want. You supposed to be listen to us every time what is we want. We are citizen of United States of America. We have basic constitution. We have basic business principle. We nice, beautiful country. Where is a problem? Why for last 30 years you bring us to collapse? It mean you something doing wrong. Everybody. Sorry. We need a new change. We need a new fundamental change. We need to come back to America. What is we lose? Guys, it's very simple. Where is a problem? When I am a president of corporation, for example, or my business, and I have business before with couple hundred people, what is I manage, I talk to these people every day. What is people ask me question. It's a normal business condition. You cannot ignore this. You ignore this because you have absolutely dirty power. And who delegates this power to you? Nobody. You pick up this power. You control this power. So guys, you look more dangerous, and I talk about this many times. To me, you look more dangerous than Soviet Union communist or German Nazi. Because even communists talk to people every time what is you can. You understand what is I mean? Is this happened with National Socialist Party in Germany? You know what it mean? Because it's a pure socialism. You know what it mean? Or pure communism. Exactly. It's for the people and by the people. We have a nice, beautiful country with nice constitution for 200 years. Why you ignore this constitution in doing this legally? It's not understandable. Prosecutor supposed to be arrest you. Prosecutor supposed to be put you in jail. You know what it mean? Because you broke constitution. He don't doing this. Why? Because you control him totally. You control all judges. You control money. You control people. It's very simple. It's exactly what has happened. Please come back to what is we want. You know what it mean? Give a chance, speak to every council meeting like every city in King country doing. Give a chance, talk to you every quarter, to every people who elect you. So when you're doing something, or I want to ask you question, I can do in this Q&A. If we have good example in this city, we nice, beautiful city, where is a problem? Thank you very much.
Alex? Sam?
Yes.
Happy holidays.
You have a happy holiday.
You too.
All of you.
Thank you very much. Yep.
For the record, I would like you to send them a copy of what the public passed to create this, which this was incorporated in language actually voted on by the public when they created the Metropolitan King County Council. And we'll get a copy of that.
Sure.
Okay. Right now, we're very pleased and very honored to have a number of folks from the Department of Natural Resources here on briefing number 2012 B0177. And as many of you are aware, there has been much cooperation and good effort over the past 18 months or more to negotiate a new, or maybe not a wholly new, but improved interlocal agreement between King County and cities for solid waste services. I think many of us believe there is much to be gained in reviewing and extending this agreement, and relationships between the parties that can result in cost-effective services and the best outcome for solid waste customers across King County. Today's briefing is intended to familiarize all of us with the proposed ILA, including the key improvements and resolution of the major issues that have been discussed. At this time, Beth and Mike Reed are here, and Mike, are you going to come forward or not to participate? But we're very pleased, as I pointed out in the past, we have